You're listening to Goof On Radio with Rich Giordano.
My personal belief is that there is very compelling evidence that we may not be alone.
There has been and is an existing presence, an ET presence. It's not going to make a difference. It's not going to change reality.
I believe, as do the other folks that were on the flight, that when we visually saw it, that it was something not from this world.
Goof On Radio.
You were either in or you were either out, brother.
But the cream will rise to the top, oh yeah.
Goof On Radio with Rich Giordano.
I occasionally think how quickly our differences worldwide would vanish if we were facing an alien threat from outside this world.
Goof On Radio.
Remain seated, please. Permanecer sentados, por favor.
You're listening to Goof On Radio with Rich Giordano.
All right. Welcome to Goof On, everybody. I'm your host, Rich Giordano. It is August 1st, 2022. How the hell are you? Great. Glad you could be here on a Monday evening, joining Goof On right after the weekend ends. It is already Tuesday, basically, so you only have a few days left in the work week. Basically, it's like 3 days, because Friday really doesn't count, so congratulations. No, really, I hope the week does feel like it goes that fast. That's what I used to do, to play those mental mind games, working those 9-to-5 jobs that I hated so much. Actually, it was 6 a.m. to 2 or 3 p.m., depending on the job. I like working those early morning shifts. Yeah, I sure do. You get home, it's 2 or 3 in the afternoon. It's like you never worked. It's a total mind job it does. For me, it did. So I never felt like I was at work. Anyway, we're going to talk about an interesting video that was sent to me from a couple of people. And it's called the Alien Overlords and Interview with the Man in Black. I've got my curiosities. I've got my doubts that this is a legitimate situation. I don't know. This guy supposedly is Men in Black, and he gets evidence of something, and then somebody says meet him. He died. They're nowhere to be found. People go missing. It looks like his place got ransacked. And he's talking, I'm Men in Black, what we do. And I'm like, I almost bought it. I almost by, I don't know, pure luck. I just happened to be listening to it by accident for a second time. And then I heard other people coming into this video that I didn't pay much attention to. It sounds like they're acting. So I don't know if this whole thing is a lie. It seems real. You know what it reminds me of? You know those underground tapes or found tapes in a car in the desert or in the forest? We were looking for these people. They went missing, but we found a recorder that had their last moments of life recorded. And then you play the tape and it's this whole mystery. Oh, I don't know what it is. Something's... And then you hear them running, but you never see the monster until the camera falls down and all of a sudden you're looking up at the monster's crotch, but you don't know it's the crotch, but you don't see anything but a furry butthole. I hate those things. That's what this reminds me of, but it isn't. It's just bad acting. I don't know. We'll take a look at it because I know some of you watched it and have an opinion on it. And if it's real, if this is a real guy doing an investigation and calling himself the Man in Black, holy shit. What a story. What a story. A lot of stories in ufology, huh? It's all the same, man. Listen to me, look at me. I got a story, I'll knock your socks off. You hear the story? Socks are still on. I never understood that saying. That's why I say I'll blow your face off. Because it won't happen. But it sounds exciting. Roll call. Roll call. Roll call, everybody. Shell shock. Hey, thank you for the Cash App earlier today. Yeah, that was very nice of you to give support in the middle of the day. Always nice to get a Cash App from Shell Shock. Thank you very much for that, by the way. Mucho gusto, generoso. Rebecca Wiles. Lavender Rose. Dun, 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 dun. Welcome to the show. Tim Freestone. It was good. Welcome to the show. It was fun. Hey, Randall Hill. What's up, Randy? How you doing, Chief? Welcome to the show. Sky Allen is here. Hey, man. Good to see you. Hope you had a good weekend. Welcome to the show. Tony Introvert. Same thing. It does sound good. It is good. You'll see. You'll see. It's good. It's not bad. It's just I'm a little picky when it comes to these things. You'll see. You guys will make up your own minds. Yeah. It's not bad and it's not great. It's just not perfect. I think they got the wrong people to play the acting. I don't know. You'll see. Mind blown over. UAPs. Welcome to the show. Jeanette Baumbach. How you doing? Good to see you back. Hope you had a nice weekend. Welcome to the show. Billy Nice. What's up? I hope I'm saying your last name right. I hope it's not Nick, and I'm saying it wrong, or Nike. Shane Reed's here. Welcome to the show. Moody Mongol. Welcome to the show. Shane. Oh, I already did that. Brian. If you were really part of the Men in Black, you'd never open your mouth till you disappear, get to. Exactly. Welcome to the show. Baza de Bear. It was fiction? Oh, so it was fake? Isn't that what fiction means? It's fake? It's real? Fiction means real? You know how people always get that wrong? Yeah, they do. Fiction, something told or written that is not fact. A made-up story. Works of literature that are not true stories. Fiction. It should be non-fiction. Yeah, it's not real. It's backwards. Down is up, up is down. No, fiction, not real. Damn it. I don't know, though. But we don't have proof that it is. He sure acts like it's real. Capiche? Oh, it's a one capiche show already. Fernambulax is here. Welcome to the show, man. Good to see you. Toady UK, welcome to the show. Scott Arch is here there. Welcome to the show. Born to Fly, welcome to the show. Ooh, what a story. Ain't it the truth? No, everybody lies. Gavin Adams is here. Welcome to the show. freaking Hellfire's here. What's up, Hellfire? Welcome to the show. All right. Oh, Nathan Williams. Nathan Nitsky, Nathan Hot Dogs. Nathan Allen, welcome to the show. All right, who's at the front door? Wait, there's a Bernie Muro. What's up? Welcome to the show. Front door? We got Bob Birkin, Zach Dykist Montsu. Welcome to the show. That's it. Let's go. Let's get started now. Officially. When a new name doesn't pop up, we start the show. And that's what happened. Oh. But it's Ben, the Yorkshire Goofonian. That's really nice. That sounds good. Yeah, I think you got to go with that one. I think that's the name. Stick with that one. Glenn Collins is here. Views with a Z is here. All right, now we're back. Can we start? All right. Don't forget, you can help support the show. We are an everyday broadcast. You can use Super Chat, Super Sticker, PayPal, Cash App, become a Goofonian. I dropped a video for the members. It's a special show that I cannot put on YouTube's. That only you members can watch and on Patreon. Somebody said they couldn't watch it on Patreon. It worked fine. Well, let me know if I have to fix it. Let me know. Maybe it's because it's a members only. But whatever, it is what it is. If you ever want to switch over to just be a Goof On member, that's the same thing as being a patron. But everything would be so much easier. It's all in one-stop shopping. God, I hate that. It sounds stupid. That's because I'm begging for money. Yeah. Everybody says that. I'm begging for money. Sorry. Oh, by the way, last night there was a super chat that came in when I couldn't do the show. It was $1.49. Let me pull it up and give that person a nice shout out. I don't think it's fair that person goes unnoticed, because they did contribute. Let's see. Here we go. I know I just saw one pop up. Coralann's not here. I don't know what's going on today. But I will do my best to make sure I get all of these. Tracy Hines was the person who did that. Yep. $1.49 rainbow super sticker. And Toady UK right now with a $1.79. I'm doing the remote viewing course. Will be fun. Oh! Are you? When you're done, let me know. I took the course. As a matter of fact, I think I was going to show you guys what the course I have. I have the actual DVD set from the guy who created the course from the FBI. I have that. I have his training seminar. Yeah, I got that. I don't have it right here, but yeah. Thank you. So when you get that done, hey, maybe we'll do some sort of remote viewing test for each other on the show live. Like you can come in, you don't have to show your face. And then somebody maybe in the audience may pick something and we try to guess what it is. I don't know. We'll figure it out. I'd be interested to see who would get closer. Like we'll have somebody pick something in the United States. A monument maybe, or a park. Whatever, and then we try to guess what the monument is or what the park is, or together. Remote viewing. Toady UK with the $1.79, kicking off the show with the first super comment of the evening. Thank you. Thank you, Toady UK, for the $1.79 pound. And good. All over remote viewing courses. That made no sense. All right, let's get the show going. It's so weird. All right, I'm going to wet your palate. In 1997, March 13th, Phoenix, Arizona. Kingman, Arizona. Flagstaff, Arizona. Laughlin, Nevada. Sedona, Arizona. Payson, Arizona. Carefree, Arizona. North Scottsdale, Arizona. Paradise Valley, Arizona. Phoenix, Arizona. Mesa, Arizona. On March 13th, 1997, they saw a 1 to 2 mile wide craft traverse slowly over the city at walking pace, sometimes speeding across the sky without making a sound. The Phoenix Lights, 10,000 witnesses apparently seen, saw, and reported this magical floating light ship. What was it? Nobody knows. Flares from the Maryland National Guard? Nope. Not at 8:15. From 8 to 8:30, this 1 to 2 mile wide craft traversed the entire state of Phoenix, Arizona, from north to south and back to the middle in Phoenix, Arizona. It became one of the most, if not the most, witnessed UFO by a mass group of people ever in the history of our time. With that being said, Tim Lee was one of the witnesses, as was his family back then. And now we have an update. Tim Lee talks about, this is from Eyes on Cinema. This is like an updated version of what Tim saw and his family. They were one of the people who were interviewed and are in the movie, the Phoenix Lights documentary. A Dr. Lynn Katai bullshit documentary. Because she didn't catch the Phoenix Lights. She caught flares and are posing them off as the Phoenix Lights. Lies after lies. Shame on you, DLK, Dr. Lynn Katai. I'm going to play this video. You're going to see an updated version. Tim Lee and his family talk about the Phoenix sighting some years after. It was freaking huge. Tim and his family on witnessing the Phoenix Lights. I always thought this was an interesting interview. So here we go. Giddy up. I said giddy up.
This is my wife, Bobby, and my son, Hal.
Hey.
Back in March 13th of 1997, we were witnesses to seeing a UFO, an actual craft, fly directly over a house. Just to give you a little background as to how we got to see it, Hal and I had been coming back from visiting some friends. And normally we tried to eat dinner by 8 o'clock. We were running a little late, pulled into the driveway, which we were heading west. Hal was sitting in the front. And as I came around to the side of the door, he looked out the side window and he saw up in the direction of Prescott 5 distinct lights that it actually looked like they were on top of a balloon. As we were looking at them, I said, well, what is that? Is that a balloon with lights on it? Why would they have lights on a balloon like that? And, you know, the lights were so clear and distinct, and they were very close together. But as we watched them, then we could see that whatever this was coming towards us because the lights, the distance between the lights started getting greater and greater. At that point, he ran in the house and got my wife, Bobby, to come out and take a look and see what was going on. So when Bobby came out, we're standing there watching. My grandson, who's older than Hal, he was also there. And we watched these lights. I'd say the time it took from when we first spotted them until this thing actually went over a house was about 10 or 12 minutes. And this thing never wavered once. It always came directly straight at us.
It always came directly straight. Oh, I see. So it never varied. It was just... yeah, he's wheelchair bound now. I'm not sure why. I think he's got muscular dystrophy, maybe. Something like that, I think I heard. So you heard what he first said. It looked like lights on top of a balloon. Now, there's a company that makes these enormous balloons that are like, they could be used for a myriad of reasons. I mean, this company that I think was based in Phoenix or maybe Utah, I'm not sure. No, I think it was Phoenix. They built these huge, enormous, I showed these type of craft before. We talked about the Phoenix Lights back in March on the anniversary. But apparently they're very silent and they used they're like an experimental craft. They used the Earth's magnetic field, gravitational field. No, the magnetic field, and somehow it's able to float with very little noise. But what they said and other witnesses said was that this object, when it was opened up like this and it flew to them, it would normally go slow. But when the wings of the UFO came inward, instead of being open, they closed, and then it would go, and it would jump like 5 miles in an instant. No sound, nothing. 500 feet up. They said they could throw a rock up and hit it. It was that close, it felt. This was a massive object. All right, we'll continue on.
As we were standing there watching it, after a few minutes, maybe 6 or 8 minutes, I'm not sure, all of a sudden, instead of being 5 lights in a round arc shape, the lead light seemed to come out in the front, and now it looked like a V formation flying towards us. I remember talking with Bobby as we were watching it. We were saying, what could that possibly be? And I said, well, maybe it's a formation of helicopters. And
wow, that's interesting. So it was more wide open, and then somehow the lead light, I don't know what the hell to do. I don't know. But anyway, that's interesting to me. So was it changing because of the positioning in the sky and the angle of the craft? It didn't sound like it. It sounded like the lights were repositioning themselves. Interesting.
Then I'm looking at the lights, and as they're getting further and further apart, the relationship between the lights never changed. They got further apart, but the individual distance between the lights always remained, so to speak, in the same relationship. They were perfectly even. They didn't move up or down, and I'm saying, wow, if this is a formation of aircraft, who's ever flying this, I don't know how they're staying so tight in formation. So as it got closer and...
Really? Really? I mean, I've seen F-18 stay wingtip to wingtip. What's he talking about? That's weird. That's just an odd comment. It's like, is he trying to sensationalize it more than what it really was? I understand what he's saying. The lights, they were equidistant. It was as if they were in locked position. Even when they moved, it seemed like they were stationary. He's using strange grammar in this, but could just be me.
Closer, and the lights were further and further apart, I began to think, well, maybe this is, some kind of object, and that it had to be pretty big. When it was about...
Maybe this was some kind of object.
Just a couple miles away, we're watching it. All of a sudden, I caught the image of what it was. I could see its outline. It was almost the same exact color of the sky, but because it was passing over stars, the stars were being blocked out and then come back after it passed. And it looked like an actual, very geometric Carpenter square, like an equilateral triangle without the bottom. And in each arm were 2 lights evenly spaced, and in the very tip was one single light.
Okay. Well, I just wanted to play that so you could get an idea of the details that some people saw. Now, I can go on and play more, but there really isn't much more to say. I mean, his kid talks here in a minute, but we've got too much to talk about tonight. But if you're not familiar with the Phoenix Lights by now, I don't know what to tell you. I'll put the link to that video in the show description immediately following the live stream here. So there. All right. Next video I want to play before we get into the meat of the show here. Kevin Day. Somebody took out a 30-second clip of, excuse me. Whew, I can't believe I just said Kevin Day. David Fravor. says something that didn't make sense. Listen to this. Somebody sent this to me, and I'm like, whoa, what? Why wouldn't he say that? Why wouldn't he do this?
The whole thing is, we just watch it. I mean, my one regret out of the whole thing is, we have a camera in our helmet, in the joint helmet. There's a little camera, but we never use it because it's nauseating to watch. Because you've ever put a GoPro on someone's head where they're looking around like this all the time.
Bullshit. What? You see why I don't trust this fucker? You see why? Come on, man. You're seeing history and you're worried that it's going to be too difficult for people to watch the video of a historic event. Oh, I hate stupid lies like this. He was told he better have video of that. Man, that's the dumbest thing I've ever heard. Why would he be worried about centering of a UFO and, you know, getting it perfectly shot? Oh my God, that is the weakest excuse in the history of this story. That is just stupid, Fravor. It is! You try to get it on camera, on every camera that's available to you. Well, what the fuck? I'm not gonna put on that helmet. It's got a camera. It's a GoPro. I do this and everybody gets mad. So don't do this. You know, just do this. You don't have to turn your head like an idiot. What are we, idiots for believing this shit? I'm telling you, I think I am really getting to believe that there's something wrong with this David Fravor guy. There's something wrong with this story. That's the dumbest excuse so far.
We have a camera in our helmet, in the joint helmet. There's a little camera, but we never use it because it's nauseating to watch. Because you've ever put a GoPro on someone's head.
It's nauseating to watch. Forget about the historic UFO event. Nauseating. It's nauseating.
Where they're looking around like this all the time, it'll nauseate you.
That would nauseate even if you had one eyeball and no stereo. Nobody's doing this with the GoPro on their head, you fucking idiot. Sorry. Not sorry. I just hate stupid comments. What else does this asshole say?
So we never turn that on, and all, you know, it's the one thing I didn't do is reach down and hit the switch. Yeah. You know, and then we didn't go back, and because our tapes didn't have anything, because we didn't get it on radar.
Oh, look at the hand scratch. Look at the hand scratch. Oh boy, he is trying to comfort himself. Why? Because I bet you $1,000,000 there is video on that camera. I bet you he did turn it on.
Switch. Yeah. You know, and then we didn't go back, and because our tapes didn't have anything, because we didn't get it on radar.
As soon as he starts talking about our tapes didn't have anything, he's trying to comfort himself. So that, in my opinion, he's lying about something with that camera. I think there is a recording, and we don't get to see it.
Because I tried to lock it up, because I can move the radar with my head, but I couldn't. It wouldn't lock. The radar wouldn't lock, and.
Whoa, they lie like they breathe, and they breathe like they lie. David Fravor and Kevin Day are two guys with 4 eyes that they didn't use. Wow. All right, real quick. So there was a Bigfoot skull found in Canada. What? What about Fravor? What's this? He regrets not using it. Yeah. He regrets not using it. That's what he says. I think he used it. And I'm going off body language here. Scratching his hand, trying to give himself comfort. As soon as he talks about that, he immediately is like, yeah, the recording never took place, you know. Just scratching my hand once it feels ticklish. What's he doing? No, seriously, there's something wrong with that statement. We didn't turn him on. Really? That makes no sense. That makes no sense to me. I'm telling you, something wrong with this story. All right, it's not playing now.
I could have just watched it. I mean, my one regret out of the whole thing is we have a camera in our helmet, in the joint helmet. There's a little camera, but we never use it because it's nauseating to watch. Because if you've ever put a GoPro on someone's head where they're looking around like this all the time, it'll nauseate.
I mean, God Almighty, that's the dumbest.
You. So we never turn that on, and all, it's the one thing I didn't do is reach down and hit the switch.
Yeah.
And then we didn't go back because our tapes didn't have anything because we didn't get it on radar.
Our tapes didn't have anything because we didn't get it on radar. Yeah. Wow. See, until we see, there's so many. But there isn't. There's a lot of claims about these Tic Tacs, but yet why isn't anyone catching them on video anywhere else in the world? That's my one problem right now. We don't have any video of the Tic Tac, not even one. And if there were hundreds of them flying all over the place, dropping out of the sky on one day, 20 another, they've seen them every day for about 2 years. So why isn't there civilian footage of this stuff? I'm imagining the reason is because it's all over water. So that would make sense. But what do you mean to tell me then? That the UFOs are basically living underwater is what they're saying. Because they're never going over land. Nobody's seeing Tic Tacs like this anywhere. Over land. There's no video of it anywhere. Not even one. That's just weird. Doesn't make sense. Like, if they were only going out to screw with our Navy pilots and Air Force pilots, and I don't know if China or Russia's seeing them. Apparently they are. It seems to me like it's something man-made. And they're just testing it out over the ocean. I don't know, man. Nothing makes sense about it. Nothing makes sense about the Tic Tac sightings at all. 2004, 19, whatever year they said they saw them. It doesn't make any sense to me. We haven't seen any video yet. And apparently there was a congressman who saw one that made him cry. Saw the 23-minute video, and it made him cry. It was so moving. Like, the answer to everything is in the video. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know, man. You just got to roll with everything in this field. You just got to roll with it. And you got to pick and choose what you want to believe. I can't, and I don't want to coerce anybody into believing what they want to believe. This is just my point of view on what I see and what I'm reading and seeing, and just something's off. They're not telling us everything. Even we caught Kevin Day yesterday. Seemed like he was not telling us the truth. Like, hey, 1 minute we saw them and the next, he skipped over like a whole shitload of information that should be available. Yeah, By the way, last night's show is for members only. For those of you who weren't here at midnight, the members are, and that was, I'd have to say, one of the best shows we had on a video review. It was fun last night, so members and patrons can see that. That's why you don't see it, if you're wondering. All right. Let's get to this Bigfoot skull, numbskull, that was supposedly found. I think this whole thing is bullshit, but that's just me. You'll see. This is from Brave Wilderness, 20.3 million subscribers to this channel. Oh my God, just give me the 0.3, I'll be happy. That'd be 300,000. Can you imagine? Can you imagine 30,000? They got 20 million people. 20 million. Yeah, it was a good show last night. After a month, I'll put it out for the public. But I'm going to start putting more videos regularly in there now. There'll be another one going up tomorrow or tonight. So I'm just going to start. Here's what's going to happen. I'm going to start putting up videos quite often in the members group and on Patreon. They're going to be the same videos. So those of you who are patrons and want to move over to become a GoofOn member, nothing wrong with that. You know, Dark Sky Files just became a YouTube member to GoofOn. Thank you very much. Rich, appreciate that, man. Back in action. Huge supporter of the show, too. And a good friend. Thanks, buddy. I appreciate that. That's incredible. And somebody's sending me a message. It keeps coming in. Oh, wow. No. 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 That's not it. That's not it. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Got it. Got it. Yep. Nope. That was a good message. Thank you very much, Dark Sky Files. I don't know, man. It's a weird world we're living in. But let's take a look at this video. It's supposedly showing Bigfoot skull being unearthed. Unearthed? I am going to bring you up to that point. Obviously, they're going out there. Look how beautiful this is, though. Mod on. Searching for Sasquatch. So they go hunting around for it. And there he is.
Sasquatch, Bigfoot, Squeedle, Sasquatch, Skookum, Skunk Ape, Yeti, Yow.
If this primate was ever scientifically proven,
a bonobo, chimpanzee, gorilla, Sasquatch. If you know, like, gorillas are about, what, 8 to 10 times stronger. They really can't gauge the strength of a gorilla. Because how do you get a gorilla to sit there and say, yeah, squeeze this as hard as you can, or, you know, try to break this, and, you know, you just, here, bench press this. Get him on the squat rack and have him do some squats. You just can't tell. But apparently 8 to 10 times stronger. And I would believe at least 8 to 10. They have to climb trees, survive, kill, fight. Forget about it. Chimpanzees are 4 times, 5 times stronger than we are. Where is the skull? I'm looking for it. I thought they found it in the beginning, or I don't understand what's going on.
Okay, all right, bring it down, and then me and Mario will come up there. It'll be about a minute.
I found a skull or a bone or something of some sort right here in the bed of the river.
You did find a...
Come on. Come the F on.
Of the river.
Really? That sticking out does not look like... I would never expect that to look like a skull. I'm not buying this story. Here it is right here. See this?
Or a bone or...
Right here. Let me make it a little bigger. That's what she said. Shut up. That doesn't look... If I was just flying my drone over this, I wouldn't think anything of that. But, you know, hey, these guys are experts.
Or something of some sort.
They're the experts.
Right here in the bed of the river.
You did find a bear skull in, was it West Virginia?
Oh, yeah.
I don't like the way he said, the river.
That's right.
I doubt, sometimes I doubt his ability to find skulls, because I'm off looking for snakes, he's looking for skulls.
You see that, like, eye cavity sticking up?
Yep. That definitely is a skull. Look, kind of looks human.
No, it's probably a bear. I'm sure it's probably a bear. So
when they pull this out, you're going to see how easy it comes out of the ground. And I'll enlarge the screen, but I can't keep it big the whole time.
I'm going to do is slowly try to unearth it. You guys good?
Yeah.
That's right. There we go. There we go.
He just easily went underneath that. Why in God's name would you ever try to take out a skull of this nature like that? You clear the area around it. Get a brush and take off all the shit. He's lifting it up like he knows it's not going to crack, break, or anything. Yeah, I'm not buying it. This is the worst thing he did. Nah, this is all fake. No freaking way. This is a made skull. I'm not buying it. I don't like it. I think it's bullshit.
Yes!
Bullshit.
Oh, it is a bear! It is definitely a bear skull.
Oh, it's a bear skull.
Holy mackerel! Look at that!
That's not a bear skull.
Actually, that is not a bear skull. You're right.
What? Hey, put that down.
Hold on a second.
Yeah, put that
Bullshit! The way he takes off the eyebrow shit to reveal the big brow. Oh my God, this is horse shit. Tell me, is this lies? In this episode, something big is afoot. Coyote and the crew are on location in Canada searching for the elusive Sasquatch 67 Patterson giblet. Ba-ba-da-ba-da. Until now, Coyote may have found something in the British of Columbia backcountry that could change history as we know it. Please do not attempt to reenact or recreate any events or scenes from our videos. The animals, insects, plant life, and terrain featured in our videos can be dangerous and pose a significant risk of injury or death. They're professionally trained, routinely receive assistance from wildlife experts, guides, and safety personnel filming to ensure the safety of our crew and all wildlife. No animals were harmed or removed from their natural habitat while making this video. Brave Wilderness has obtained permission to film in each location. Did you see the reveal? Watch.
Hold on a second.
Oh, just perfectly revealing the eyes.
Yeah, put that down.
Look at his face.
Holy
That
cow,
is
dude.
so fake.
That is not a bear.
The world, even in the smallest parts of it, is filled with things you don't know. Sherman Alexie.
Dude, is that a primate skull?
I mean, yeah, that's not a bear. That's a primate.
But that's not a human skull.
That might be a movie prop.
Yeah, a movie prop out in the middle of the British brother.
I mean, I'm almost afraid to say it. That could be a Sasquatch skull.
This is such bad acting.
Like, that's what I'm thinking right now, is that is the skull of a primate in the Pacific Northwest, buried under mud in a log fall down the side of a river. Like, we should look and see if there's other bones.
I highly doubt it.
Wait a second. Why would you highly doubt it? Is it because you know that you put the skull there? Just conveniently one eyeball peeking out so the drone can see it. Wow, I think this was some setup. Sorry. I just do. I don't know, man. I don't know if they got this thing tested or what, but look at it. I don't know, man. It looks like it could be a gorilla, right?
He's gonna come up here and find it.
I took a pin.
Okay.
We're good.
Let's just go.
I really don't want anything to do with this. Whatever that is, it's not supposed to be there.
What? That's the dumbest thing too. Trying to sensationalize it. Whatever that dumb thing is, it's not supposed to be there. Why? Who says that? Why isn't it supposed to be there? Because it's a Sasquatch skull? And why even bring it up that it would be a movie prop? Who thinks of that? Nobody would ever think that unless they were faking it. And that's what they're trying to do. They're trying to let us know that, hey, it can't be this, it can't be that, because they know it is that or isn't that. They know.
I left my backpack. I'll meet you guys on the trail.
Uh-oh. I left my backpack.
So flustered, I left my backpack.
Yeah. I bet you something else happens here. He left his backpack on purpose.
I'm totally taking the skull. Sorry, Mario.
I knew it. He's taking the skull. You can't leave fake shit lying around.
So, now the real question is, do I tell any of them that I have the skull?
Ooh, and the plot thickens. He's lying to his friends. Gotta sign up to this channel and find out what happens next. Ooh, maybe I'll start making fake finds in little mini documentaries. Why not? Hey, I'll go up and meet Michael and, make believe we're being invaded. And we'll try to sell it to everybody. We'll try to sell it to Corbell first. Unbelievable bullshit. I don't buy that story for 1 minute. I don't know if there's an update to it. That came out on July 9th. And let's see if anything else happened. Can you guys see what I'm seeing? Yeah. Let's see if they had any updates on this. So if we go back, here it is. Anything? Bigfoot skull revealed and what not to do. All right. I don't know. 6 minutes? Right. So they found it. Got it. They're rehashing it. 3 minutes of rehashing. Got it. Got it. Got it. Got it. We saw all this. He went back and got it.
Camera. All right. Rolling right here. Okay.
What's in here? This is just...
It might be.
No.
I took it.
Seriously?
I did.
Do they know?
No. I mean, there it is.
A conical shaped head. Oh, brother.
Try to get on an airplane, get back to the States, but I feel like at least examining it, photographing it, and knowing that we had it, and maybe backing up some of that footage.
Yeah.
Because if we do alert, just so you know, got something to tell you. What? Just come to the kitchen for a minute.
So he could be putting everybody's freedom in jeopardy by stealing this thing. Right?
I knew it.
Now, before you get super pissed, there was good reason, man. I'm telling you, hear me out.
I mean, I want nothing to do with this.
So wait, what's your intention now?
My intention is that at the very least, we photograph it and have concrete evidence, because I agree with you. I don't know that we can get it back into the United States. What?
So you're gonna photograph it, and then what? Like, are we gonna...
Or something that you could not properly identify in the wild, what do?
Well, you're gonna have to follow my advice, and that is to leave it alone, right? Contact the officials in your...
Yeah, not interested. And that's that. We'll never know. We'll never know. I thought maybe it would be interesting to look at that. You know, see what come out of it. Yep. Can't always get these things right, guys. I'm trying. Hey, in case you haven't heard the news, the morning show has a new name. It's Goof on Lives. We're going to keep it as Goof on Lives. I can't change the show name I've already used the 3 chances you get. And Wake and Bake was the 4th, but it never got into the algorithm like Goof on Lives did. Goof on Lives was the 3rd name. So I had to go back to it. And we're going to keep everything, the logo and everything the same. Goof on. I'm goofing on life, basically. Anyway, that's the that is the name, and I got to stick with it. I don't know. Maybe I'll go back and I'm going to leave the logo the way it is. I want it to have a little different look at least. Did I miss a super chat? I thought I did. Yeah, Jeff Meldrum. He's got some real big, like the footprints and all that. Maybe we should get him on the show. He'd be a great guest. Lob Bazaar. Hey, Rich, one for Ma's Meatballs. Thank you, Lob Bazaar. Ma! 2 more! Yeah, we got a way to go. Thank you very much. For Lob Bazaar. She keeps saying, yeah, Bob Lazar. And I'm like, no, it's Lob. Lob! L-O-B! Stop yelling. I got it. I don't know if you could hear, but, you know, this microphone cuts out a lot of background noise. COVID. Thanks, Lob Bazaar. As I like to call Lob Bazaar, Roberto Lazaro. Yeah, the giblet. Thank you very much. Appreciate that, Lob. And you are a continuing supporter of Goofon. Appreciate it. What are we doing now? What are we doing? Oh, yeah, that's right. So who's this guy that I know nothing about? Moran Lerner? Moran? I know nothing. So last night, the Josh and Artemis show, they go over this person who apparently has been going around Twitter making claims that he's somebody important that can get UFO information, evidence, things like that. He's in the know. And then we learned out there's a lot of sock accounts this person made. And they're not who they say they are. Oh, the sky is falling. I don't know how I missed the boat on Moran Lerner. I just don't know. I don't know. I really know nothing about this guy. But apparently, everybody else does. And I don't know how I missed it. But check it out. Here is a bunch of stuff that there's this blog from 2 days ago or so of Moran Lerner's UFO Twitter deception. So as a UK man identified by the BBC in 2016 as CEO of a tech startup, Chirp has been deceiving a small Twitter community dedicated to discussing UFOs for the past 2 years. Using at least 4 different account names, Mr. Lerner has purported to be Truth Bearer 20, Truth of Turavaya, at Lipman Troy, at Moran Lerner. So he's got sock accounts. They're not sock puppet accounts. Stop saying sock puppets. Ugh. Anyway, Truth Bearer 20. That to me sounds familiar. There's a researcher who claims to know the truth about aliens and secret anti-gravity technology, but said that the current UFO flap was based on a threat narrative to archive some nefarious aim. Truth of Turavaya, a continuation of the Truth Bearer 20 account using the name Truth Above All, who claimed to have been in the UFO field since before most of the more senior people in it were born. Truth Above All also claimed to have seen the very first original full versions of the Navy UAP videos released in 2017, and that Lue Elizondo, Corbell, Mellon digitally altered the videos like Truth Bear 20, Truth Above All, claimed knowledge of the reality of alien visitation. Number 3, Littman Troy, acclaimed Israeli American veteran of the Six-Day War, CDMs below, CDMs to me below, and U.S. military intelligence insider with personal knowledge on the fraudulent nature of recent UFO claims. The account was registered in October 21 and is still in existence as of this time. And finally, Mr. Lerner registered an account in his own name April 2022. While the stories have become more grounded in his own biography, he continues to make similar claims of insider knowledge of the truth behind UFO claims, among other things. Mr. Lerner began tweeting under Truth Bear, changing the username of that same account to Truth of Turavaya around in 21, deleting that, and then October 2021, immediately registered Littman Troy, and then transitioning to Moran Lerner in April, May of this year. Operating just one of these accounts appears to be more or less a full-time job for Mr. Lerner, so it's not clear if he maintained any others the past 2 years. There are some indications of other prior or secondary accounts maintained by Mr. Lerner, but I will not discuss these in the initial version of the post. So it's just some guy who says he knew some stuff, who made some extra accounts, and now he's caught. And that's the story. And what else can I go over? It seems like everybody else knows about it but me. So I don't know what else to do. All I know is I really don't care. I just don't. Dorothy, was that $2 I just missed? Dorothy Dollars, I just called you. Dorothy Hawkins with $2 over there. It's a sticker. Eh? What kind of sticker did you put down here? Let's take a look, shall? Oh, it's the fox, a smiling fox. Well, thank you very much for the warm smiles. Yes, small smiles, but big intentions. Thank you, Dorothy, a continuing supporter of Goofon. A good friend of the show. Grazie. Grazie. Mucho gusto, grazioso. So I don't know. What am I going to do? Keep talking about this guy? So what? We got duped. Again. And it won't be the last. This is not about skeptics versus believers. Nor is it about being anonymous online, he says. I am using an alias myself. It is about ensuring members of an online community are informed about this deception and of the context to which to evaluate Mr. Lerner's claims and behavior. This is not a doxing, nor do I condone anyone harassing Mr. Lerner or anyone connected to him. So this is, it's been Moran Lerner then says, hey, it's been brought to my attention today by a number of people who in true ufology style, I will keep unnamed, that a group of highly disgruntled and extremist diehard believers and activists are currently in the process of putting together a hit piece on me. Yeah, that's what people do. They put hit pieces on people for no reason. There's a reason, Mr. Lerner. You're a moron. In response to some Twitter users correctly identifying him as the person behind some of these accounts, Mr. Lerner claimed that he is being targeted by highly disgruntled and extreme diehard believers and activists. It's gotta be those activists. They want me gone. Gone, I tell you. Hey, Moonlicht. Hey, Richie, how do I buy you a hamburger on Tuesday? Same thing. Do the same thing, except double it. joking. I don't know, but today's Monday, and I appreciate the $3.33. That, my friend, will buy me a meal of liquid. So, good. Very good. Grazie. Grazie. And a mucho gusto generoso, Moonlit, the continuing supporter of GoofOn. I almost said subscriber. I don't know what happened to Coral Ann today. Yeah, I saw her this morning. So, I don't know. Activists for the truth, right. Yeah, God forbid, Mr. Lerner. There are activists trying to, I don't know, tell the world the truth that you're a fraud, that you're not who you say you are, that you made up all these sock accounts like Lue Elizondo. You know what? It's nothing new. People have been doing this since Twitter was invented. I mean, it's not unusual for people to have more than one Twitter account. It's not unusual. It's not unusual. Oh. He says, I am none of those things. I am skeptical and awfully highly critical of claims that UFOs represent aliens or any unknown highly advanced technology. I have had also many positive interactions as it goes on here. I am misspeaking. Anyway, Mr. Lerner's account, it's just ridiculous. I don't even care. It just shows you how shady this field is. That's all. Troy is lovely, but he's knowledgeable AF and very well connected with what's happening in the States. I remember that thread. I think it was really just that obnoxious dickhead Marek doing what he does best, make shit up to dox people who've humiliated him with knowledge. Isn't that what happened to me? Yeah, we saw Cambion do that to me. We saw Fessler do it. They all do it. Soon as you call them out and make a really good point that shows you who they are, they blow up and they lose their shit over it and character assassinate you. That's what they do. I'm not trying to say anything left or right, but it's always those people who aren't quite right who do that. I don't know any people on the right that dox people and try to cancel them. It's just not in their nature. But God forbid you say something that people disagree with. My thing is this, and I saw this all too well with the Angry Channel and everybody else. They literally make a lie be the truth because they say it with such confidence. And they know none of you will do any research. Don't you think if there was shit on me, it'd be out already? My God. It sucks. I just happen to be one of the good guys with the big mouth. What do you want from me? I get punished for it. That's this field. That's the field you're watching this show in, ufology. There's a lot of stuff going on right now. Uh-oh. Holy shit, something's up. What is going on? I am getting, and now it's gone. I was getting static. Yeah, never had that before. Yes, I see this. Felon. You're all felons. Yeah, how about that? What kind of character assassination on Third Phase of Moon and Greer was that? It's unbelievable. They and look, I don't even want to say it. I'm not. All I know is I don't do it. You know what I mean? I don't dox people. I don't call people out. You know why? Because I'm confident. And I feel that what we're doing here may mean something. It does mean something and should mean something to people who believe what we believe in. And I'm not the only one. There's a lot of people out there, but they don't have the voice, or maybe they're on Twitter doing it, and you may never see them. There's one narrative that's controlling all of ufology, and it's from the same 5 people: Corbell, Mellon, Elizondo, Travis Taylor. There's one more. It's 5, right? Who else? Well, anyway, Pinky Boy, whoever's the next one. I don't know, Leslie Keane. You could just, say anybody. Fugel, I don't know. That Skinwalker's such a disaster. Did you see? I can't believe how many people are messaging me this. How is it possible? I'm not going to mention it. Nope. No. Here's the deal, and I just saw Alien Scientists jump in, and that was a comment I was just getting to. They can't debate us or argue the facts with us. So their only option left is character assassination. Well said, and that's true. How many times have we invited them to come over and they just refuse to? Won't have a debate with us. Elizondo won't debate with Greer. That would be a disaster for Lue, and he knows it. He's not a ufologist. He's not even a UFO hunter. He's not even a researcher. That's why Lue won't go on shows that have the good, hard questions. He's going to go on the shows that lay the softballs out there so he could smash it and look like the hero he's not. I want to see evidence that Lue actually did work in this field somewhere. Where is it? There's nothing with his name on it. I don't see any papers, no assignments, nothing. Nothing. Well, that's it, Rich. You work at the Pentagon, like I said. Usually when programs are started, there's paperwork that you have to fill out. Well, there was no paperwork when we went to work at ATIP. And when we left the program, there was no paperwork to close the program. Oh. So what was that? What were you trying to get to prove that you worked there? Invisibility ink? Invisibility paper? I mean, so nobody ever wrote anything down. Oh. Yeah, that's interesting. So no paperwork ever whatsoever, Lou? But yet you're searching for all this proof, the emails and all this stuff that they're trying to hide from the public to prove that you didn't work there? It's a joke, man. It doesn't make sense. And if it doesn't make sense, something's wrong. This Lerner character, I mean, Lue just came out and told everybody. Not everybody knew that he had sock accounts. But they do not want to argue with us. Well, let me scratch what I just said. All they do is want to argue with us. They don't want to have a civil debate. They can't. They get so angry, they start yelling. We've seen it with everybody. We've seen it. I don't know, man. Did you know on October 10th, 2002, a United States Navy pilot reported seeing a large egg-shaped UAP hovering over the water in the Pacific? Over the Pacific? Did you know about that? Yeah, there's a story here about it. Yeah, you have to go to Stars, though, and read it. Yeah. It says, true story, secret machines. Oh, God. Did you know, and Area 503 comments back, did you know that in 2017, a company promised investors a flying car with a revolutionary power source that will change the world and failed to deliver? Steve Boz then posted this underneath that. You don't think this guy looks trustworthy? No. No, I don't. If somebody just showed me a picture of this guy, I would say, I don't know, I can't. I am too tainted with Lueisms. I just can't. So I said, did you know no one trusts you anymore? You are a fraud, a hack, a bunco artist, beg for money and deliver nothing. Again? Fool me once. Thank God I never donated. Of course it got no love. Of course. But they don't want to establish that kind of relationship with people who think differently. Why don't they want to do that, I wonder? And the answers will always be the same. You know I can't discuss this with you because of my NDA. So here, I'll tell you what. Let's have a private conversation. I will sign an NDA myself. Tell me what I need to know. Tell me. Show me something. I would sign that. I would sign an NDA. Tim from UFO Man said he's friends with Lue, and we'll try to get that type of conversation with him privately. I'll sign something. You know, if I have to talk to Lue, I will only talk to Lue if he's going to tell me something I want to hear or see. I want to see something. I'm tired of this shit. If he can't show me anything, I don't want to talk to him. Nothing to talk to him. Lue isn't going to tell me anything I'm going to believe. What would he tell me? Hey, Rich, let me tell you something. I know you talk a lot of shit about me. Fine. That's your gig. That's you. That's what you got to do on your channel to make people happy. Whatever. And then I would say, no, Lue, I'm very hurt by the things you're doing for ufology. That's why I'm disgusted. And being nice to you will not get your attention because it didn't work. And for me to be a dick got your attention. Hey, by the way, you started the threats when you said you want to take us out behind the barn. Remember that? Oh, don't have memory failure now. I can just pull up the audio. No, Rich, I remember. Of course I remember saying it. I said it. And then he'll say something like, this is just childish behavior. It's got to stop. Hey, you don't like my style? You don't like the way I call you out? So now it's childish behavior? See, that's the thing with you people. You have an answer for everything, and you have an answer for nothing. You have an answer for everything and no answer for something. I don't know. You know what I mean. Hey, did you hear Biden caught COVID again? That guy can't even do COVID right. Disgusting. Chris Spitzer was on Twitter. You know who he is? He says, you can hate me, but I will always expose and make fun of pseudo-skeptics and charlatans, woo promoters. People who ridicule the UAP subject are my enemies. They should be yours as well. Of your goal, they should be yours as well if your goal is the truth. If your goal is the truth. So Chris Spitzer is okay with making fun of people who lie, he's exposing the frauds. See, so it's okay for him, but not okay for me. That's why I do what I do when I get mad, when I get passionate about the discussion, and I say, get the fuck out of ufology, Lou. Get out. You're not welcome here. I mean that. I do. I mean it. We don't need Lou. We never needed Lou. Anybody could have played that role. Anybody. Really. Well, you know what I mean. They could have picked a bunch of people. They chose Lou because I think something happened to Lou. I think he got demoted. I think he was on his way of being, what do they call it when you're kicked out of the army? A discharge, but it's a dishonorable discharge. I have a feeling something like that was hovering above Lou. And they gave him this shitty job at a UFO office. That's what it sounds like to me. To use his criminal, what is it? What is he, a CSI? Counterintelligence guy. To use those skills to infiltrate ufology. Now, that's not what he was hired to do at first. If Lou was really doing what Lou was supposed to do, and ATIP was not using paper because there was never any paper trails with a company that shouldn't exist, who's to say this is where he worked? Something's wrong. I know everybody knows it too. Everybody knows it. And there's nothing we can do. Lou made those sock accounts, and what did everybody do? Ah, what an asshole. And then we talked about whether or not we knew what accounts they were. And then we tried to figure out if we've talked to him or his other accounts. I wonder if I did too. I mean, what discussion did I have with Lou that I thought was somebody else? That's creepy. I'm pretty sure I had a discussion with the sock, with a Lou sock, with one of Lou's socks. Probably stood straight up too, as hard like a rock. Yeah, this is Lou's sock. It's a coffee table now. So I see Area 503, the gentleman named Manny, who has Area 503 on YouTube, made the documentaries Who's Lou and Who's TTSA, is still fighting over that movie on Twitter. And here it is. Here's another tweet. Because Joe Merja is being the little bitch that he is. This guy is a little bitch. I haven't seen a little bitch like this in a long time. But he says, no, Lou was using sock puppets. What a frickin' idiot. To collect intelligence on this community. There's no such thing as sock puppets. They're sock accounts. Yes, there are sock puppets, but those are puppets. So no, Lou was using sock puppets to collect intelligence on this community. He said so on UCR. Of course, most of us knew or know what Lou meant. He used his skills to check out some of the more unstable assholes in this community on his own time as a civilian. And then Area 503 says, when did anyone ever threaten Lou's family, let alone a gang of felons? I'd love to see any evidence of that nonsense. My God, some people will believe anything. And I said, that's a complete lie. By the way, it's not called sock puppet. It's called sock accounts. There's no freaking puppets anywhere. You believe those who help you get views. You could care less about the truth. All you care about is who's talking about you. Hint, hint, no one. That's all Joe Merja, Red Rum Joe, cares about. How many people are going to view his Twitter, his blogs, and anything else? This guy, oh my God. You know, at one time, I thought this guy knew what he was talking about. And sometimes he gets things right. But when he's wrong, it's really bad. You know what I mean? It's like the biggest dummy. I mean, he's just so dumb. God, I hate stupid people like that. Hey, they thinking about me. So what are you going to do? Small round lights shape in Upper Hutt, New Zealand on Monday, May 16th this year? Oh, God, another one of those shithole things. Never mind. Who made Jeremy Corbell the spokesperson for ufology? No offense to him, but it doesn't really make sense, says Lisa Bowden. Bowden? Damn it. Why would anyone go to him with photos and video? He certainly wouldn't be my choice. And then she says, that sounded bitchy, unintentional. No. It did not sound bitchy at all. It sounded inquisitive. It sounded like, seriously? Who made Jeremy Corbell the spokesperson for all of us? Nobody. He's not. Nobody's a spokesperson for ufology except for Lue, right? Isn't Lue the only spokesperson really? Oh my God, maybe it is Corbell too. That's right. Yeah, I guess it does suck. It does suck. Who would you go to? I wouldn't go to Corbell. But it's not Corbell doing all this work. It's Knapp. Knapp is assisting him every way possible. It's unbelievable. I said George Knapp is helping him make all the connections, and when it comes to politics and ufology, they tend to go with the leftist, fake ufologist, horrible filmmaker, and lackluster personality, Jeremy Kenyon Lockheed Martin Corbell. Oh, man. Man, there is just, I have so much to go over. All right, let's have a little fun. Pull this in front of me here. Oh, come on, it shrank it up, you bitch. You see? Oh, hold on. There we go. So, for a conspiracy to be true, this conspiracy, ufology, TTSA, OSAP, ATIP, everything we've been through, we need to understand the enormity of just how that would have played out, have to play out, really. This is a bullet point guide. I don't know if you've seen this on the internet. It's a guide to walk us step by step into what would have occurred. Remember, what would have occurred. 1. Trick Senators Harry Reid, Ted Stevens, and Daniel Inouye to believing in UFOs, so they will secretly fund a program in DIA. That's all you got to do. You got to trick them. There's a threat. Didn't we see that? We got this threat. We need a threat. We got to get an office to study this threat. We can't understand it. We need the backing of the government to seem more official so we can seem like we know what we're talking about. This threat, this threat, this threat. Money, 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 money. And what do we get out of it? Not a zip thing. 2, establish OSAP program with zero evidence. 3. Falsified documents and 10-month report into UFOs and, for no logistical reason at all, make up bizarre stories about a haunted ranch. Follow through, number 4, and trick senators that with tabloid stories and George Knapp's book claiming there are space ghosts and Bigfoots on a ranch in Utah. 5. Trick Senator Reid again, without evidence, into acknowledging a second, smaller program, ATIP, to look into UFOs and military cases when clearly these objects don't exist. It's a miracle. 6. Hire a guy to not really work for ATIP as a director, but forge paperwork to say he did anyways. Have the program run officially and get it confirmed, but deny parts of it before all of it. Have its contractors lie to confirm the program. Not that hard. 7. Pretend to the DOD that these objects exist. When the DOD see through the sham that you have no evidence, have an actor quit and go to the most prestigious anti-UFO news outlet possible. Find some UFO journalists who can't be trusted to vet sources and have them run the ATIP story and hope the editors are having an off day. Seems like that's what happened. We got to retract that off-world vehicles. I don't know how that got in there. They do. They want to make fools out of us. This is a joke. This is all to get, and again and again and again and again, this has nothing to do with UFOs. This is all about getting funding for an office that will never show you or I anything. But what it does, it gives pilots and anyone who comes in contact with the UFO or seen it or engaged with it, it gives them the freedom to speak openly. See, our government is desperate right now because I don't think they understand what these objects are. I really don't know, but they are scrambling right now. And they are trying to get every door open that they can. So these pilots can tell and talk. They need more evidence to prove what these objects are. And a lot of these pilots have stories that they've never told anybody before. I'm sure there's a couple hundred of them just lying dormant, waiting to be spoken. And when that Gallagher thing goes through, when they sign that amendment that gives them the right to speak without being punished, we are going to see stories that'll blow your socks off. And I'm going to tell you this, 2024, my God, we are going to see in January, I'm predicting in December, after the presidential election happens, there's going to be some worldwide crisis. Something bad is going to happen. There may be an act of war, but this might be the opportune time. Because let me tell you something. If it's not a rigged election for the presidency again, and the Democrats lose, which they should, and Trump becomes president or DeSantis, whatever, everything is going to change. There will be some disaster if the Democrats lose this election. And what that's going to do, it is going to delay the transfer of one president to another. And Biden or whoever's the president at the time will extend that presidency 6 extra months, maybe a year, because of this global issue that might happen. And what if it is the false flag alien invasion that's finally happening, where it looks like we're at war with an alien being and the whole world's going to have to come together and everybody's going to start using Bitcoin as universal money. And oh, wow, man, Jesus Christ, that might happen. Holy shit. We're in trouble. Something's got to give. Something needs to break. We are at a bending point. We're close to breaking. Something is bound to happen. I can just feel it. I can feel it in my bones, Spock. Feel? Yeah, Spock. You're half human. Don't you ever just feel something in your bones? Captain, intuition is surely not logical. Shut up, asshole face. Oh, we're not done? Oh, make sure, number 8, make sure you don't mention OSAP, because the government will try to cover it up despite no one probably believing it anyway. Number 9, hope that the New York Times somehow confirms the story with your plant in the public affairs office, and then hope the journalist for Politico is also incompetent when vetting stories. Also, then hopes he gets the same result from PAO despite the program never existing. 10. Get the fake ATIP story released and cooked up UFO video that they simply misidentified planes and drones. Oh my God, there's 23 of these. I can't do this. 16. Fly multiple drones 100 miles off the coast of America to swarm Navy ships. Make sure that the plants are in place with bokeh or bouquet. It's bouquet lens flare cameras to film objects to pass off as UFOs. Make sure you lie to UFO researchers about the objects to help with the hoax. They already did all this. Oh, I see what he's doing. He's recreating everything the way it really happened. Oh, I see. Oh my God. I almost hiccuped my gizzard right out. 17. Now you feed the fake drone narrative back to Congress as UFOs. You feed the faked drone narrative back to Congress as UFOs to maintain the hoax. 18. Trick Congress into creating a UFO task force with fake bouquet videos and blurry distant planes that only Mick West could be able to debunk. 21. Influence bipartisan congressional support for the most stigmatized subject ever in a way which might destroy their careers, again, with no actual evidence because they don't exist. 23. Sit back and reap the rewards of increased funding. That's all this is. It's all about money. You want to know why? Because there's no evidence. None. Jeremy Corbell said a month ago we were shooting at them. That would be all over. There would be chatter everywhere. People would be talking about this. But Corbell knows? Corbell knows. This guy is poison. He is also poison. He has been poisoned. He's been corrupt. Jeremy Corbell is one of those guys that's always looking, you know, like he's always looking for an easy way, it seems. Always looking for it. Like if you found a cave filled with gold, it's a gold mine, you found it. He'll stumble upon it and say he found it with no proof, no evidence, no tools, nothing. But that's what he'll do. He will steal your thunder. He will do anything to have his face on TV. This guy only cares about one thing, Jeremy Corbell, nothing else. Nothing. It is so obvious. I'm actually surprised the guy gets on TV as much as he does. As idiotic as he speaks, as idiotic the way he talks about these supposed videos and evidence that he's bringing to the table as legitimate UFOs. How do people still trust this guy? Why? I don't get it. I don't get it. Well, there were some, a couple of days ago, some crop circles popping up in Alton Barnes, Wilts, UK. Just to switch it up a little bit. What's that? Oh. Okay. For you guys. It's been a minute. I know, Shell Shock doesn't like it. Come on, everybody! Take a 2-minute break. What are they? I don't.
What are they?
What are they?
Why are they?
Why are they?
What do they mean? What are they? Why are they? What do they mean? Are they harbingers of world change? These secrets in the fields. Are they harbingers of world change? These secrets in the fields. Are they harbingers of world change? These secrets in the fields. Secrets in the fields.
Oh, wow, that was weird. It muted me. All right. This is a great video. I meant to play this minutes ago. Unbelievable interview with FBI agent and a military insider coming forward on UFO disclosure. This is unbelievable. Here's a little hint. Buckle the fuck up.
Jim Goodall. Hey, Jim. How you doing today?
Doing good.
Good to see you. And FBI retired agent John D'Souza. Man, it's great to be here in Arizona. We're going to be talking about some things. This is a Third Phase Moon special episode, so buckle up, everybody. Guys, let's just get it started. Let's talk about what we've been hearing a little bit earlier today, John. You're talking in regards to some plagiarism or somebody taking your statements recent, kind of a bigwig in ufology. Let's get with that.
Yeah. I was just watching an interview.
It wasn't
with,
me.
Tom DeLonge with one of his buddies, and it was pretty recent. And it sounded like he was basically reciting the first 20 pages of my book, The Extra Dimensionals.
Wow.
He basically said stuff I've never heard anybody in this group say before. He said aliens are not physical. They are not getting in spaceships and sailing across space. They're not coming from space. They're not coming from other planets. They're coming through portals. All of this area is all about portals and wormholes. It has nothing to do with locking yourself in tin cans and sailing across space. That's something humans would do, maybe, but aliens do not do that. They travel here individually. They come through wormholes, portals, and the UFOs, the authentic ones, do the exact same thing. They also travel separately from alien visitors, and they come through wormholes and through these portals that we know about now as well.
Well, it's interesting to note, like the guy to the Stars Academy, DeLonge, that he's actually has a lack of kind of material that he could come up with his own kind of statements, where he has to go to your book, basically plagiarize what you're saying and putting it out there like he's the one that's coming up and has this kind of knowledge in regards to this. Sad statements what we're hearing from Tom DeLonge in regards to coming up with his own material. To the Stars Academy hasn't been doing much over the years, as we've seen. Mm-hmm. What have you seen as of recent in regards to some of these people that are supposed into disclosure? Are they doing a good job out there?
No, I've always been a pretty good at judging someone's character, and there's a couple of the ones that are always in the spotlight. There's something there's something amiss. There's something that just does not compute. and it drives me nuts. And these, you know, this is Lou, this is Nick, and a few of the, a few other people out there, and they're getting all the exposure. Why are they getting exposure, and people like John and the cousin brothers and other people out there aren't? So I think they're a plant. I think they're working against us, and I will do everything I can to open people's eyes. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't.
Well, you know, it's tough out there. We try our best to get the public to come forth and bring their information to us. And recently I had, it was refreshing that I spoke with Congressman Tim Burchett from Knoxville, Tennessee. And that was quite exciting. 47 minutes I was able to ask him any question I wanted. And it was quite engaging when you have a politician come forward and speak in this kind of dialogue. It's the first I've ever actually seen a politician speak like this. What is your thoughts on Tim Burchett and his bigger picture of it all?
I think that Tim Burchett interview with Congressman Tim Burchett was amazing, and there's nothing else out there like it. I have not seen another politician be that candid about what he does know and what he doesn't know. But like at the beginning of the interview, it started out with Tim Burchett doesn't really know very much at all. But as you kept working with him, as you kept pressing, I mean, it was amazing what he did know. I mean, he knew that these UAPs, these Tic Tacs, are not working with Russia. They're not working with China. And he said he feels they're not working with the United States either. And he says, so basically, if those three superpowers are not doing it, he says, then that means somebody else is doing it. But he didn't say who, except by the end he said, but corporate skunk works companies are probably responsible for a lot of this reverse engineering and what's happening to produce the UAPs and the Tic Tacs. That was by itself was worth the price of admission right there. I mean, that's amazing that he said that.
Last June, when I was at the Skunk Works, Lucky Skunk Works, doing a book signing, I had as a captive audience Jeff Babion, who's since retired, and I'm this far away from him in the vehicle. We were in a limo going over the U2 operation, and I asked him. I said, "All right, Jeff," I said, "how much alien technology is being used in Skunk Works products?" And he didn't jump back like he was surprised, but he was pretty well straightforward, and he said, "I have absolutely no knowledge." He said, "Doesn't mean it didn't happen before I got here." He said, "But my job is to look to the future, not look to the past." But I did, I figured it was the only opportunity I was going to have, was going to ask the head skunk how much UFO technology is being used in some of your programs. And he told me that he wasn't aware of any. Doesn't mean it didn't happen, but he wasn't aware of any.
You know, it's interesting because if there are people privy to this black budget, high meta propulsion that most people in common day aren't aware of, and only a few people on this planet are privy to this meta propulsion. Tim Burchett said we need a whistleblower, but right now there is no kind of immunity for a whistleblower to come forward and they'd risk prosecution. Do we need another like Edward Snowden now?
Yes, absolutely.
Yep.
And I think it's the person's just right around the corner. Now I have a friend. I won't mention the name, but when the announcement came from from Tucker Carlson or whatever, I sent an email to the person, and they work for the NSA. I said, "Do you believe in UFOs?" And I got an instant reply. "Why? Did you see one?" I said, "No." He said, "Can't comment on this platform, but they're here." Now, when I'm in Hawaii in October, there's an island in between you and us, and that's where that person is. And I'm going to sit down and see if they'll do something on.
Yeah, fantastic, fantastic. Yeah, more sources, more whistleblowers. Right now, do you think anybody's brave enough to be like Edward Snowden to blow it wide open?
The last time I was at a Skunk Works company, I was there as an FBI agent because they had opened up a full-blown investigation against one of their own employees because they felt he was sharing too much. and they felt like he was getting unstable. So it's really hard. I mean, Tim Burchett said, Congressman Tim Burchett said, he doesn't want to end up in somebody's refrigerator for some reason, or the freezer. I think he said freezer. And so, you know, I don't want a real whistleblower, a true, genuine one, to end up in that freezer either, you know. So I have a very a touchy sort of relationship with whistleblowers. Most of them are fake. Most of them are generated. They're fake to take your attention, say, hey, look at me, don't look over there, look at me. But the ones that are genuine, and I have known some that are genuine, they go through some incredible suffering. I mean, incredible suffering. Not just losing their jobs, but a lot of other stuff too.
Yeah, that's why you got to whistleblow when you're retired or when you're about to die. You know, this way you don't have to worry about losing everything unless, you know, you have a family, and I don't think the pension continues for your family after you're gone. But I don't know, man. This is a really good interview that they're doing here. I haven't seen it yet. But it really makes me mad hearing how DeShlong plagiarized the first 20 pages of his book, basically. Oh, man, I tell you. Oh, that DeLong, I don't know why people are following him. I just don't get it. I just don't get it. They don't care. They don't care. It's that bubblegum. I don't know what I'm trying to say. Bubblegum mentality? I don't know. I don't know what that means. I don't know. Teeny boppers? You know, but ufology isn't for young kids, it seems. It's always people that are 35 or older, it seems like, that are in this field seriously. I think that's because we get a little bit more of aware. Like, I never used to be into politics or ufology, ever. But I found the time in my, midlife to get into it. I don't know, man. I think that's what happens. You get more stable, and you start looking into things that you actually can research. You have the time when you get older, maybe. I don't know, but I would love to be a whistleblower. If anybody wants to share any secrets with me about, if you want to show me any real aliens, take me out to the desert and show me Area 51. I'll sign that NDA. That's no problem for me. I'll say what Joe Rogan said. If they want me to stop talking about UFOs, I'll do it. For as long as they show me something. Show me a body, show me a UFO, and I will stop talking about it. The day that happens, folks, you'll know what I saw. And then when I'm dying, I'll tell you. But until then...
So it's hard to get this done with whistleblowers.
Play this another minute.
I think even Tim Burchett knows that too.
Yeah, he did mention that. It's interesting. Let's just say, like, one of these whistleblowers were able to film with their iPhone some meta-propulsion craft defying the laws of physics, or seemingly to defy the laws of physics, and they snuck that video over to Third Phase of Moon, and we put it out there. I know you guys aren't constitutional lawyers, but would we, as an independent journalistic YouTube channel, be able to put that video out without ramifications and keep our source secret, as journalists have this right in the United States to do so?
You always have the right to put out whatever you've got. That shouldn't be any repercussions for that. It doesn't violate the Secrecy Act or anything of that sort. But you won't have a fundamental right to keep your source's identity a secret. That you're not going to get that, because any judge can order that revealed at any time. So there's really no way around that. And the whistleblowers know that too. They do. That's why it's hard to get them.
It's crazy. I hope one of these days, either way, we'll put it out there. Somebody brings us some material, as some people say. Actually, Tim Burchett said that they were examining some material uncovered, but they didn't know exactly how it was made, Why can't we see this material, in your opinion?
Well, I think that one of the reasons why the general public's not seeing it is because controlling the information is power, and you have a sense of power that nobody else has. You're controlling something that is literally extraterrestrial. It's literally out of this world, and that's a very, very intoxicating feeling. I mean, I know, there's security guys in the military that they said, yeah, I have this guy right here because I control his clearance. And if he doesn't do what I want, doesn't do what I say, all I have to do is get rid of his clearance, and he doesn't have a job. I mean, he may have spent his or her, may have spent his entire life, working in the classified environment. That's all that person knows. That's everything about him has been in the black world, and all of a sudden they pull his clearance and he's a nobody. And the industry that the person was in now is going to look at that person as a scourge, as a low life, you just violated a secret oath. And that part bothers me, to a degree. I mean, I had a top secret clearance for 27 years. I never got a chance to really use it the way I wanted to, but it's it's something that's very, very important to people in that industry. And if you go and do something that's going to give you or it a bad name, it's a small enough community that you're screwed. You're screwed.
It's a small world, especially in this tight-knit community of whistleblowers and special access to these black budgets. It's interesting, too, because NASA has gotten into the UFO race recently. They've admitted that they're going to participate in trying to figure out what this UFO, UAP phenomenon is. It's crazy because we have hundreds and hundreds of videos from NASA themselves that show UAPs, and they're not reaching out to us. Or should we reach out to them and go, hey, look, here's the footage. Let's start here.
Yeah, I don't think you want to be consultants to them, Blake. Don't do it. Don't do it. But NASA, we always used to call it never a straight answer.
That's right.
There's the more popular name now is not a space agency. Not a space agency, because they are in the business of producing nothing but deception. That's all I see from them. Everywhere I look, their material. So I don't trust. As soon as NASA says it, I have to look at it twice, and I don't really believe what they're saying most of the time. That's just the way I feel based on what they've done up to now.
Congressman Tim Burchett said he could help us out after my interview with him. He says he could be a conduit for some of the video evidence that we received. What do you think? Is NASA going to be transparent if they discover anything or go back into their archives?
No. I mean, NASA, they haven't produced anything other than a couple of space shuttles that have crashed and burned. The Apollo 13, that was a fiasco. I don't trust anything in the federal government. I mean, if they're associated with the feds, then they have an agenda, and the agenda isn't to benefit the population of the U.S. I think.
I went a little bit too long, but I got hooked into watching it. Yeah, you can watch the rest of that on Third Phase of Moon, especially Gigi. I think you'd like to see what D'Souza has to say. Not a big fan, I see. Mod on. There's something off about D'Souza. I mean, I don't know. It's like he's getting a lot of credit for being the guy who is the inspiration to the X-Files. I don't know why. I heard something somewhere that it's all bullshit, but I don't know. I don't know, man. I'll have to get the creator on. Anyway, that's it for tonight. We're out of here. I want to thank the moderators and super chatters for helping out with the show, keeping it afloat. You could continue supporting the show. There's a thanks button that's at the bottom of every video after the show is live. And you can also use the PayPal and or Cash App to support Goof On. And moderators, thank you. Samo, congratulations. And I appreciate that. And newcomers and veterans, thank you very much. I believe Josh and Artemis coming up next, so check that out. We'll see you tomorrow at 7 p.m. So be safe. What? Yeah. What are we? Truthology for ufology. That's what we are. Have a great night. Be safe. We'll see you then. Then? See you when? Josh and Artemis. Go there now. Have a great night. Giddy up. Bonus. It's for a few minutes. Let me see if I have anything COVID to show you real quick. That's right, we're doing bonus. Oh, let me show you what happened to me. I can't. I was going to show you what happened when I banged my leg and a part of it turned into a golf ball. Let me show you this real quick. I don't know if I showed this, but just for love, for fun, for a goof. Oh shit, that's right, I can't do this anymore. Just a little bit of ducks. It was a whole family. I walked. Why is my camera doing this? That's weird. It doesn't do it when I watch it. I think I showed this before and it did the same thing. Yeah. We got UFO videos. All right. That's what I was being asked to show. So I am going to look for 2 UFOs. Here's one. Now, remember, this is 17 years ago. Cameras like mine did not have optic imaging stabilizers. So there is a little shaking. Let me see if this is the right one. Oh, wow. Yeah, this is a weird one. This object reversed. I thought it was a balloon. And it reversed its course. Yeah, it was weird. I have to admit. Take a look. I thought it was a balloon. But watch it. It stopped and then it went back right there. Whoa. But that was me zooming right there. But that thing started moving. And it was one object, then it turned into two, as you can see right there. Yeah, it is a very short clip of that. It is a very strange thing. I'm glad I didn't tape over it or anything. I don't know what this is. But I just saw a flash in the sky, right? And then I just started recording. I couldn't believe it. I got it. And then I'm like, oh, it's a balloon. And then it was moving and then stopped, then moved back. And then I zoomed back further because I thought it was going to go behind the house. So I was going to back up, but I don't remember what happened. Such a long time ago. I don't remember this one. But it's interesting. There it is. We'll get rid of that. And do the next one. What do we got for you next? Get rid of that. All right. I'm not into showing chemtrails tonight. Let's see if I can get you a good UFO. I'll show you this fake that this guy, Rob Krakowski, said he got awarded the UFO video of the year by MUFON for this fake. This is a fake I'm going to show you. Fake. Fake. I want to thank, before I forget, I know I said it, Brave Balls for the $2 super dono as the show is ending. Thank you very much for your continuing support of GoFund. Appreciate it. All right, let's get down further. Well, when Josh and Artemis said they weren't having a UFO show, they were to do something else, I thought I'd go into bonus for a little while. I think I got it ready here. Is this it? It looks like it. Here we go. Yeah, this is it. Check this out. 5, 4. You won't be able to hear it. So, just to let you know, what you're looking at are 2 cars on a mountain. I saw this video live, and then he doctored it up by making the contrast, adding a little bit of color to make it look like a UFO flying or on the side of a mountain. This is a car that's backed up, and here's the other one. There's another car with its back end. They're going around a turn on the side of a mountain, and they couldn't fit both cars by each other. So one car had to back up and do some sort of, and there was a dust storm. So the dust storm, 35-mile-an-hour winds. This was about a mile away, and this guy created a total fake, and this is the famous fake. It's famous, this sighting, and it's not even real. And he lied. He said this is right near right above my house. Not even close. It looks like it, but it's not real. It's not moving. No, it's not. Car lights. Isn't that amazing? I mean, people will believe anything. If I wasn't there, I might have believed it myself, but I was there. while he was filming this. And then he said, well, you can't tell if that's UFOs or cars in the dust storm. I said, I know. Because there's so much dust, it's drowning out the car lights, which is why you see it the way you do. Plus, he added a lot of contrast and color, like I said, to throw off the scent. When I wrote Schuessler about this, he told me to leave him alone with accusations trying to ruin a good thing. Yeah, look who's talking, Mr. Pedo. And as you see, it hasn't moved 1 inch from where this light is. The whole time it's been there. I could bring you back 30 seconds and show you it's still at the same place. Hasn't moved. Because it's cars on a mountain. Oh, this made me so mad. That's a lie. Yeah, and if you haven't noticed, the one car moved off a little bit. They finally figured it out. It was, and he told me it was only 15 minutes later that they finally got their cars worked out. I didn't know he was going to make a fake. You can even see the mountain. You can see it's on the mountain. You can see the car lights right there. It's hard to tell, but... Oh, I'm sorry. I had the small screen. Shit. Here, just watch. 15 minutes later, actually. See how he had no timestamp. You can see the headlights from the car on the right. See it? Right here, the headlights on the mountain. And there's the other car with the headlights on the mountain. What a dick. That's ufology. Dickheads galore. Hate dickheads like that. What an asshole. What a freaking asshole. It makes me so mad. Phoenix Lights. What? What is this? Oh, the Phoenix Lights. Man. Yeah. So, let me tell you. Let me show you what I taped. This looks pretty interesting. No sound again. I called this the Phoenix Lights, but it's a 20-minute sighting, actually. This is only 20 seconds. But, pretty interesting. It looks like the whole craft was turning at one time. What happened there, it was like this, and it looked like it was just all of them turning. I know, that video sucked. I have a long version of it here somewhere. Here's something very strange. I always wanted to know... Oh, it won't give it to me. It won't give me... It won't give me that page. Shit. That figures. I'll show you my very first triangle. And that's it. I thought I was recording 2 lights. And there was actually 3. This is a 5-minute sighting. But I won't show you 5 minutes worth. No sound because I can't pull it up the right way here on StreamYard. So there they are right here and here. And then there's another one way up here. I just never noticed it. There it is right here. Oh, this is a short version. That sucks. See, that's what I need to do is to get all these, put them out in the long versions. Anyway, that's it. I got to get going. I am going to hit the gym. I took 4 days off. Wasn't feeling well, so I will catch you guys on the flip side tomorrow night. I'm going to head over to Josh and Artemis, see what they're doing, and that's that. Hope you guys have a good night. Wish I can give you more, but I got to go. Good night.